Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Hogwarts Legacy and doing side quests in this episode. So we're gonna start with the one that's called, actually let me add timestamps again as always. The man, okay, behind the moons. It's about the demiguise statues as you can see from the card, of course. For that we're gonna have to go to Hogsmeade. And wasn't it this one? Why are you showing me that? Why are you being weird? That's not the path. I don't know. Sometimes the map is not very useful. Kinda is pointing toward the main quest, which is sometimes not what I want to do. Alright. Piers Pemberton.
Pardon me, sir, but about those curious demiguise statues I've seen.
What? Who are you? Why do you ask?
They're quite clever.
Oh, thank you. A lot of craftsmanship and care went into them. I assume.
So you
Assume.
did create them.
Yes, I did. It was a ploy to give that pathetic oaf Moon a taste of the grief he caused me years ago. You are the one who's been pilfering them.
I am, at the request of Mr. Moon. I received your owl. On your stationery.
Ah, well, fitting Moon would enlist a student. Too cowardly to do it himself. Hasn't changed a bit. Even when we were at school, he was a cowardly bully. Gave me a horrible nickname, which I shan't repeat. I was thrilled when we left school and he seemed gone for good. Then I started seeing him around Hogsmeade. It was too much. Even if I do take satisfaction in that his life's destiny was to be a lowly caretaker.
Hogwarts Legacy is an important job.
Mr. Moon does a good deal for the school, and he's taught me a lot. He's terrified of those statues.
I know.
You're mean.
You should have seen his face when that boggart appeared. Oh, priceless. That's when I knew what I needed to do. I simply didn't want to encounter him anymore. So, I shrewdly put a boggart in his path to learn his greatest fear. I then created the demiguise statues to keep him in his place, so to speak. The moons were an inspired play on his name. It worked brilliantly, until you started clearing them out.
The statues are a form of bullying. You'll know better than him. Perhaps it's time you both moved on.
Fair point, I suppose. If they've terrified him, as you say, he may have learned his lesson.
Okay, that's it. That's all there was to this quest. Oh no, talk to Batwin Moon. We're running errands, I guess. Hogwarts map. Nope, not that one. That one. There is a statue here that bothers me. Ooh, 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 ooh. I remembered something. I had a talent point that I already spent, apparently. I wanted to do the transfiguration spell. I do have a few words to collect. 6 assignments. Whoa. Top of the class. What else? Exploration. Oh, wait, yeah, we got that one. Solve Hogwarts secret. Tailor tailcoat. Hold on. Hold on. It's a rope. So gear. That. This is nice too, actually. But let me see. Whoa. This goes perfectly with what I'm wearing right now, actually. I have to change that. But where's a new one? Kinda had a lion nothing behind it. Why the hell can't I see it? Seriously? Okay. Can't be part of this, can it? Seems highly unlikely. Yeah, don't care about that very much. Oh, there's only one handle left. Let me see if I have anything that goes with colors that I have. Yeah, too much contrast. That one goes quite perfectly. Let me take a picture. Oh, come on. There we go. I like this style. It looks good. Okay, we had our fun. Let's go.
Mr. Moon, I've learned who's behind the demigod. It was a classmate of yours that you bullied, Piers Pemberton.
Oh, I might have known. Pigtails Piers.
Pigtails.
I don't think he likes being called that.
Of course he does. Oh, we had such flowing locks, and we used to laugh about them.
Yeah, so
I laughed the hardest of all. Clever, clever man. I'd no idea he was so devious. I must go and congratulate him. Whatever statues remain seem less terrifying now that I know they were put out.
Pigtails.
Continue collecting them if you like. As for me, I'm gonna go.
Okay. Don't really know how to call her friend. But okay.
Revelio.
When the Forgotten One's true power...
Oh, shut up. I'm just wandering around randomly. To be fair. Oh yeah, been around here. I heard something. Seems to be right above me.
Revelio.
Or right underneath. One or the other. It's to my left. I think it's behind. Oh, it's on the other corridor. Whatever is behind here. Alright, let's see. I'll have about 20 to 25 minutes. Mum's the word. I'm gonna do that one because that's kind of the one that I kind of care about a bit less. Mum's the word. Natty is not my most favorite player. Side character, sorry, not player. She's fine, but yeah, I just don't click with her. I don't know why. Speak with Natty outside the deviation classroom.
Thank you for your persistence and cleverness. I confronted Piers about it, and he confessed straight away, the old rascal. We've agreed to let bygones be bygones. Don't forget to say hello the next time you're in the Three Broomsticks. Thrilled to be back there again.
Good for you.
So frustrating.
Quest begin.
You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
Oh,
I had hoped to speak with you alone,
Professor
Natsai.
Onai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
I don't like
If
this
someone had
saying.
meddled in Matabillaland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen.
To reason. Okay, we'll see
So
about that.
frustrating. She never listens.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
I see.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous.
Okay, interesting.
Can you choose what form your animagus?
Oh no, a person's animagus form is determined by their person. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits up.
Okay.
How does it feel?
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heart. And I love being able to view the world from it.
Okay.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary...
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthused. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent.
She's not wrong.
She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle, but she has used her sight to control me too many times.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Randrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow. My mother cannot know where I am. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Okay, is that all about the quest? Really? I don't see anything. I have a feeling that we can go and talk to Professor Onai. But why don't I see anything? Yo, whoa, whoa. Where are you going now? Okay.
Revelio.
Professor Onai is not here. I collected this. Oh, I loaded the game. I remember that now. Oh, there you are, Professor Onai.
Professor, could you tell me how you and Nettie ended up at Hogwarts?
I can. That is an easy
Maybe
question.
Professor
You knew
Weasley?
Professor Weasley when you were in...
I knew of Professor Weasley. As you may or may not be aware, Professor Weasley's work once took her around the globe. Without providing detail that is not mine to share, I can say that she was well sharing magical knowledge between countries.
Professor Weasley seems quite knowledgeable, so I'm not surprised to hear that she'd do that sort of...
Indeed. Although I suspect there is much about each of your professors that would surprise, such exchanges of information, ministry sanctioned or not, have occurred for... It was an African sorcerer, in fact, who shared the unlocking charm with a certain wizard from London. A thief, rather.
I see.
She was deputy headmistress at Hogwarts by then, and when the position of divination professor, her timing was perfect. I'd just foreseen a change in Nat's size and my circumstances and knew that we needed to. Natsai was as ready as I was for a new adventure.
Natty has spoken of your move. She was quite kind to me my first day.
That sounds like Natsai. I'm glad she has found it. Now, I must return to my work. As I've told Natsai, do be careful. I had flying on winged beasts. Perhaps unsurprisingly, she will neither confirm nor deny my visions.
Well, that has happened, actually. We did fly with high wing. I think the quest was actually done, weirdly enough. Speak with Amit. Meeting a curse. The shadow of discovering the whole of Hardonia. About 20 minutes. I'm gonna do that one, and of course it kind of messed up the timing, but it's okay. 17. A Dragon Debrief. Oh, no, Debrief. Alright, let's go. Last time we saved a dragon with puppy suiting. Are we going to... Yep, Reboomstick. Apparently. And we also have its egg with us, so that's gonna be fun.
Over here.
Hey, honey.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver.
Yep,
I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like...
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar. And Professor Fig was genuinely baffled.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out... Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow...
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can...
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
We haven't done
I'll start looking into it right... There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found. Fig had a port key that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to
as soon as I can.
I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Oh, seriously? Another side quest that's just talking? Alright. I guess it is what it is. Less than 3 minutes in the shadow of discovery. This one is most probably the last quest of this episode because I still gotta get going. Oh, right. Oh, it's beside the Undercroft entrance, right? I think that's what that fast travel point is. Yep, Undercroft. Howler. Righty. I like my new style. No travel of mine.
You'll never believe what I've learned.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in...
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
There's no regretting, like we had to.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else.
You're glad
References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous.
I don't understand.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I shall send it.
Oh, seriously? Another one?
And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Oh.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
Wait. Did the book disappear? I have a feeling the game is trying to
I
make
am
us
not
hate
letting this
Sebastian.
go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
What are you talking about?
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Some references Sebastian mentioned in the book do worry me.
I'm glad you understand. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
I'm not sure if I would tell him, to be honest. He's trying to help his sister, and he might be reckless. But I'm not sure if there's much else to do. In the shadow of the mine. Meet Sebastian by the overlook. Okay, overlook where? Alright. Let's see.
Anne is getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
Wait.
I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you-know-what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
Anyone else? Alright, this is a quest that has something to do with my main story, but this is something that has to do with Anne, so I'm actually gonna poached egg. I'm gonna do that later. I want to do the quest about Anne first. Let's see.
There's no telling what lies in wait for me in there.
You're here. Good.
Oh, these guys. Yep, I've seen
Sebastian,
these before.
that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it.
Need to see it.
I'd be interested to know what else.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect it's worthy of...
Okay.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you.
I didn't, I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna tell him. Stuart, but the catacombs haven't yielded more than I imagined. Learning about our ancestors was illuminating. However, I stumbled upon something else I could not ignore. In an area behind the ground room which had suffered decay amid the turned over sarcophagi, I discovered an oddly shaped relic. Immediately I sensed its power. I would be thrilled to save a relic further if only the removal of objects were
I'll be
allowed.
interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
Feldcroft Catacomb. Okay, kinda have at most about 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
I'm sure that foul
Go
smell
max.
is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Revelio. Bombarda. Confringo. At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect.
Am I supposed to be happy?
Spiders aren't insects.
Don't
Revelio.
start.
Confringo. Accio. Opening all of these is tempting.
We're here for a reason.
Confringo.
I'd say opening them all is justified.
Wingardium Leviosa.
This room is taller than it looks. Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Revelio.
Oh, hold on.
Accio. Bombarda. Confringo.
Sweet.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Good for you. And then please shut up with your stupid comments.
Accio. Confringo. Accio. Revelio.
Well, I wonder which way I should be going. One is that way, one is this way.
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some.
Bones outside the sarcophagus. Seems odd. Confringo! Revelio.
Lucent brown scarf.
There's something here by the altar. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Revelio. We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Accio!
Okay, we found another pile of skeletons. Alright,
Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa.
there we go. Oh, I need one more. There we go.
Revelio. Confringo. We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do.
Wait a second, which one is the
Revelio.
main path? Well, given that Sebastian didn't follow us here, I would say this is the main
Confringo.
path.
I need to find a safe way across. Confringo.
Okay.
Lumos. Confringo. Lumos.
Come on. Move back.
Confringo.
Okay. Now that will allow me to
Accio.
get up there.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Okay, decided not.
Wingardium Leviosa. Bone bridge complete.
Find a relic? Oh, we're getting back to where we started. Here. Funny
Revelio.
It would make me go through something like that and have a useless loot at the end. Lovely. I fully finished my report and was reminded to leave it where it lay, but research must come before my fealty to the rules. I sensed something about this relic. I was told that those chosen by English Oak ones have powerful intuitions. I believe it. Therefore, when no one was looking, I acted. I conjured 2 barricades to isolate the relic. Ancestors forgive me, but I used their very bones as the key. I plan to return to it, but first I must ready myself for our next assignment, learning the Imperious Curse, to spell set to serve well against enemies. Oh.
What did you find?
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricade.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look. Hold on to that diary entry.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperial.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed for... They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped.
Of course. I'll start to search for those.
Brilliant.
Already done the barricade thing.
There's more to this than even I imagined. Before we try to go further, I just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse.
We're going to need it.
I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Where did you learn the...
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy.
I think you ought to know it.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
Okay. I don't know.
I don't think learning the Imperious Curse...
Really? But we've no idea what may lie ahead. But I shan't press you. I'll have your...
Oh, I wanted to say that.
Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Oh, sorry, let me... My bad. I just want to make sure that... Ooh. My room is getting pretty dark. Let me turn on something at least. And... Oh, shit. I gotta get going.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I tried.
Confringo!
you spiders could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it? Confringo! Revelio. Accio. Confringo.
What?
Revelio.
Appears some of these stone tablets have 2 rune symbols. That has to mean something.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Don't get smarty pants on me right now. Okay. I'm thinking that it might be best if I actually finish this episode here, because I won't be able to finish it, that's sure. And that
Revelio.
is lovely. I gotta get the skeletons out and I have to solve a puzzle. So you've got that door. It says that you need to activate... Nope, actually. I should have done that. It should be the other way around.
That worked. Keep going.
Okay, the order doesn't matter. Yeah, okay, so you have the symbols, you have these symbols, you have to do them in order to open up the ones that have skeletons behind them, sort the skeletons, get in there. That's gonna take a few minutes, and then there's a whole thing left. I'm really sorry that I have to finish it right in the middle, but I guess that's an incentive to follow up and subscribe and even ring the bell button so you get notified when the next episode is released, and we're gonna get back to it. And again, as always, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. It would be very much appreciated. Catch you next one. Bye for now.